everyone. This is Trish Lawton with Iron to Iron for Women, and I'm with another entrepreneur today. This is Elegant Decorations and Designs in Ellicott City, Maryland. I'm with the owner, Joyce Paris. And as you've seen our other two videos, you should have seen her wonderful inventory of those beautiful bling bling items and glass, and it was gorgeous, wasn't it? If you haven't seen it, check out the other two videos. We walked through her inventory of everything you need to have a fabulous wedding, birthday party, retirement party, or any special occasion that you want to enjoy and have your friends and family enjoy as well. Check it out. She is so fabulous. I mean, she can make your event pop. So you definitely want to come, give her a call. And so let us get started talking, Joyce. Tell us a little bit about your start with Elegant Decorations and Design. How did you know that you knew that you had this gift, that you had this talent?
Well, this is something that I have been doing for many years, as I can remember. I started out, I used to sing at weddings. Anything you give me to do for weddings, I was always doing it. I loved it. And one time I had to do some bouquets, table bouquets for my sister-in-law's wedding, and they weren't so sure what I could do, but we actually went to the flower shop, and the prices for the bouquets, they were very expensive. She didn't want to spend that much money, so she gave the task to me to help her. So I got up and I make them, and then I send them ahead of me before the wedding, and then I get ready to go for the wedding. And when I got there, I was told that they had to stop what they were doing just to take a look at the bouquets that I sent there, because they were nothing like what we saw in the actual flower shop. And I think I allowed that to the fact that I was able to go around and get different flowers, and I was not limited to what I could put in these bouquets. So they were very beautiful.
Wow, breathtaking.
So,
yes. And that's the key in terms of what would we even share with someone to say, what does it take to be an event planner, to be an event designer? Because you have to have some, to me, I call it that eye coordination, that feel for knowing what goes together. Everyone doesn't have that knack for that. But that's something special. You can't even get it in a school or class or training, can you?
Yes, it's a special gift. And the thing about designing is it's a trial and error. Mm-hmm. So you put some things together, you say, this doesn't look good, and you can switch things around until it looks perfect. Mm-hmm. So designing is not like you have to do it in a uniform way. Mm-hmm. Now, even what we're doing now is mix and match things, and it's looking beautiful, because now we have different generation and millennium that they come and they want different ideas, and so we have to keep changing things that we can suit everyone.
What would you say was your strangest request? You don't have to say any names or anything, they may be watching, but what was your strangest or most interesting request that you've gotten from a customer so far?
I have some requests that I just blew my mind, the kind of colors that people are putting together, which just doesn't go together at all.
Okay, now you're putting colors together.
I had to do what you request, and I do advise you, and if you insist that that's what you wanted. And sometimes it's personal. Some people have a reason for it.
I was going to say, it means something special to them, to their family, or maybe an organization or something that they're representing. So So we may look at that and says, like, I wouldn't put those two colors together.
I definitely would not put those two colors together, but the client decided she wanted that and did it, and I just never take any pictures of it or show it to anyone, because I did not really approve of it.
It didn't make it in the design book, you guys. It's that's your own little thing that you did. Yeah. Okay. So wonderful. So that's interesting, because you have a professional approach to things, but then at the end of the day, you meeting the request of the customer,
client,
even though you know, well, that didn't quite go, but this is what they want,
exactly.
and you are here to deliver the service of what they want. Understandable. So, what has been your furthest distance so far? So you're in the capital here, the capital area, down the street from Washington D.C., White House, Capitol, and all of that. So we call this the DMV, you guys, the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. What has been your furthest?
We've gone to, since we actually established this business, we've gone to New York and of course Virginia. But before this business was established as a business, I used to go to different places like Illinois. I know I've gone to Florida, Georgia, and do weddings there. So right here now, we've got a lot of requests to come out to different states, but we have to understand that it's a cost. For us to pack up a van and take it there, it's going to be a cost. So sometimes the client will ask us, you know, I like your work. Will you come to Carolinas? Yes, we'll come to Carolinas, but then you're going to pay the cost. The cost. And unless you really, really love us that much, you're going to pay that much money. But otherwise, there are people in Carolinas who could do the same thing that we do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And in talking about that too, how do you look at competition or competitors? Do you get ideas from other competitors, or do you even how do you view that or approach that in terms of distinguishing yourself, Elegant Decorations and Designs, from the competition?
I don't look at any vendors as competitors. I think one of our most competitors is the client themselves.
That's
because
a good one.
Yes, you have these clients who think that they're designers and they want to do it themselves, and sometimes one of the things is they'll plan to a point, and then when they get to, like, for example, you're doing your wedding and you're like, okay, I can do my wedding myself. And so you make all the plans, you put everything together, but then the day off is when it's like, who's going to make sure that all of this is in place? So that sometimes we get clients that get to that end of the rope and they're like, okay, we need your help.
Exactly.
Which it doesn't, and I've said this so many times, you don't save money by doing it yourself. But sometimes you go out and you buy things that you're just going to use them for that one day. You're not in the event planning business. You're just going to have to probably try to sell it at a lower cost, which really, you're just wasting time and money.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And people don't realize that. And really what you're paying for too, peace of mind. You don't want to have to worry on the day of your event if everything's in place, how that looks, and now you've been running around, you're sweaty and everything, where you could have left that to someone else, a professional like Elegant Decorations and Design. You just make yourself gorgeous and show up, just like your guests are going to just show up, and that's it. And I like the fact that you mentioned too, Joyce, that people in their mind think that they're saving money. Oh, I'm going to go buy that myself. But if you're only going to use it one time for your event, was that a wise purchase for you to make at that time, and you're not going to use it again because you're not an event planner? You don't have multiple opportunities to use that again. Exactly. So you really have to think about that, you all. And as they say, count the cost, because it might not be worth it, not worth your time, not worth just your peace of mind. You're just wanting to show up and enjoy the event just like your guests. So that's very important.
And to a lot of clients would come to me and say, I need flowers, and I'm like, okay, do you need silk flowers? Do you need fresh flowers? And they'd be like, oh, silk flowers, because I don't want to spend too much money. Well, guess what? If you're going to use silk flowers, you're going to spend a lot of money. Because a lot of people don't know this. Silk flowers are way expensive than fresh flowers. And
they think the opposite, don't they?
Yes, they do. Every time they come to me, it's like, oh, we just use silk flowers. No. The only difference with silk flowers, and sometimes you can integrate them to mix them together. Sometimes your specific colors. Some flowers you just don't get like flowers in that color. You don't get gold color. A gold. You don't get a gold.
You're not going to get that color exactly in that
you
color.
Won't,
And what about bending and decorating? So there's limitations on working with fresh flowers versus a silk flower where it's bendable, moldable to the style and design that you want to make, right?
Yes, but you have running flowers that can do those bending and.
Oh, that's right, because they put the wiring or something in the.
Yeah, you can wire flowers. There are different ways to get your flowers hanging. You can wire it, but it's a lot of work.
It is.
But it brings a fresh smell to the room to just bring the ambience. It's your wedding. You want it to. You walk into the room and add nothing like smelling fresh roses.
Yes, beautiful.
It's beautiful. So for those who think that silk flowers are cheaper, no, it's not. It's more work, and at the end of the day, they just don't give you the same beauty as a fresh flowers would.
Okay, well, that's one to keep in mind, you guys. Chalk that one up. Keep that one in your memory bank there. What would you say has been your, in terms of, I guess, obstacle, challenge, or even maybe a fiasco that was unexpected?
Never had one yet. We've been very blessed to be able to fulfill all our obligations, and we never have anyone that complains, and that's a good thing. And we do welcome any complaint that you may have. If we work for you and you have any complaint, reach out to us, email us, and or call me and just let me know that you weren't satisfied with something, because it helped us to do better in our job. So, but as far as I know, we haven't had any complaints.
Great. And what would you share, because I'm sure we're having audiences that are watching, and entrepreneurs or soon-to-be entrepreneurs that are watching and wondering in terms of what were some challenges in the beginning in terms of getting started, or roadblocks in the beginning?
I wouldn't say they were roadblocks. I would say they were terrible mistakes that were made.
Well, we like lessons learned, because we want to know before we touch the stove that it's hot. So tell us some things that we can learn from.
Like I said, I started out just doing it naturally. And so when you thought of, okay, you know what, I've been doing this and not making money from it, and I love doing it. So I decided, okay, I'm going to start making money from it. So without doing any research, asking any question, I just started getting my inventory in. And I'm like, this is wedding, this is for, and we're going to be able to use these things. To date, I have things that have not yet opened from the package, because, and as we go into different year, you find that things are changing. And so you'll find that you'll have these things, even linen or something that you have, and they're like, different linens are coming in, different things are coming. You'll be marveled to see the different items that people use in their weddings. And so it's one of the things that you buy so many of these items and they never get used.
And why is that, you think? I mean, what is
because
it that
things just keep changing.
Oh, they change
so by
so
the
quickly.
time people start using this thing, then somebody else come with something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's almost like the IT field. You know, it's with technology, it changes so fast that it's always something newer. And we know that for some of these phones, right? It's the next version and the next version.
Yeah.
So same thing with like fashion. And I guess there is such a season or turnover even in the so-called fashion event planning business, right?
Yes.
Where things are changing, like you said, so rapidly. You bought this, but now this is the new hot item that people are looking for or that they want. So we saw in the other video, and you guys got to watch it if you didn't see the beautiful items that are available at Elegant Decorations and Design. What is the most commonly requested item?
I'm sorry, you're saying design. It's
Elegant Decorations and Rental. I stand corrected,
Yes.
you guys. Elegant Decorations and Rental. And you know why the rental is important to keep in mind? Because everyone may not want to have a full service option. So there are opportunities for you to do part of it yourself. And so you may want to rent tables or chairs or any of these other beautiful items and linens, centerpieces. You have an opportunity to do that. And so that's why the rental. And I don't want to miss that, saying that, you guys, because definitely contact Joyce for her services. Also look at the inventory because there's things that you may want to choose from. So keep that in mind. So the other thing, Joyce, in terms of looking at your full inventory, which you have, to me, one of the most extensive inventories around. I've spoken with other event planners, seen other event planners, know of other event planners, but I've not seen an inventory the size of yours. I mean, you have a very nice, sizable inventory. You have a myriad of colors, different items. What is your most requested item that people ask for?
Well, the chairs. The chairs are just always going out.
Are those high back chairs?
Yes, those throne chairs, or the love seats, the tables. Mm-hmm. Those are, like, you know, even if we don't have an event going on, there's always an event somewhere. Mm-hmm. And some of them may have their own event planners, and they'll rent them, so we just go and drop them off. And the next thing, again, is draping. There's a lot of requests for draping, so we do a lot of draping. We have a large inventory of draping, right. So we can drape rooms and just to bring softness to the room and make it pretty. Yeah, so we've got a lot of requests for those.
And that does, I mean, in terms of your technique and items that you have, you can transform a room, right, with just draping. I heard you mention lighting. Yes. Really transform a room and make it beautiful with that. So you guys have to go to the website and take a look to get an idea of ideas of what you may want for your occasion. And what is your website, Joyce?
My website is elegantdecorationandrental.com. Right now we are in process of changing things a bit, so it may not be the best website that you'll attend. And so we are working on it. It takes time, so we're trying to renovate it right now. So, but it's still, we keep it up so that people can still find it.
It might be under construction, getting renovated, a little bit of different window dressing. I mean, your business is sort of constantly evolving because you're constantly trying to show everything, you know, that you have, and it's impossible because you have such a dynamic business and with so many pieces. And I don't know if you guys caught it or not, there are other professional event planners that come to Elegant Decoration and Rental because of the extensive inventory here. So again, you can't go wrong when you come here. Just about every color under the sun, and I say just about because there may be a few colors if you guys have some really outlandish colors or unique colors that you want.
But all get requests for those.
Yes, but all of the primary colors, basic colors, even some of the more unique colors too they have. But you'll have to contact Joyce and check that out yourself. And she takes appointments. That's how you come and check out the inventory. She sits down and with you one-on-one. Her staff shows up, you know, on time for your occasion, and everything comes together then. So I'm always trying to have these interviews, you guys, to help you with information for those who may be interested in coming into this business, even from the business side of it, behind the scenes. Is there anything, Joyce, that you would share with them in terms of financing or what they need to know to get started?
Well, right now, there are a lot of financing option out there. A lot of people, I got called every day. Literally every day, several calls offering me thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to run my business. Lucky for me, I didn't need it. I was able to finance my business myself, and it grew to the point where it started to finance itself. But for those of you who are looking into going into business, what I would suggest, don't do like I do. Don't make the mistakes that I made. Don't just go shopping and start doing things without getting some mentorship, get some advice. Trish has a very good platform that where different women with more information would come out and speak to you. And I've attended even after I established my business. I've come to some of those.
Joyce was a member of Iron to Iron for Women. And what would you say, Joyce, in terms of your experience with Iron to Iron or Takeaway, or how did it help you?
It helped me a lot because, you have the lawyers that come out and tell us the legal aspect of it and how to do what we should do with our taxes. And getting registered for the LLC. All those information were vital information that I needed to know. So but the good thing I come in the nick of time before I really established myself, and I was able to utilize some of those information and get my business underway, have it registered and licensed by the state of Maryland. And so I would advise anyone that is thinking about starting business, get your facts before you go out and start doing it, and don't make the errors that some of us do make. And of course, you live and you learn. You understand that you make mistakes, you learn from them. But sometimes it's a costly mistake that I had thousands of dollars just sitting there that I'm not utilizing because I didn't do my research before I started.
And it can be costly, you all, and that's what we want you to know. I mean, I'm not here to, we're interviewing Joyce Paris with Elegant Decorations and Rental, but we do want you to know, that's the reason why Iron to Iron for Women Incorporated exists, because we want you to find out all the things that you need to know before you go out there, because it could be time consuming, it could be costly, there's a lot of research involved, and no one is going to sort of say, oh, you didn't know that? It's okay. You're going to still owe Uncle Sam, you can still lose your shirt, and you didn't know what you didn't know. So please, come out here, and I'll say, yes, I want you to come on board with Iron to Iron for Women, but if not, check out the Small Business Administration, check out SCORE, check out these professional, legitimate organizations that can help you. You do need help. Don't go it alone unless you really just want a little bit of side weekend money, or for a purse, or for shoes, you ladies, and maybe that's fine for you. Maybe that's fine, but we're talking, and we work with women who want to really scale their business up, scalable businesses, growing businesses, and so we're not talking just a few $100s here, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars investment. And Joyce, did you all catch? She was able to invest her own money in her own business. Everyone's not able to do that. So she had a very good starting base, and apparently she has very good credit score too, because they wouldn't be offering her money like that unless they felt that they could get their money back. So they see her as a lucrative business owner. They see that her business is in good standing, and of course they want to now come and offer her money, but don't use money that you don't need, because guess what? We got to pay it back. Okay.
And you pay, not just paying it back, but you have to pay it with interest.
Pay it back with interest. Exactly. So all of that matters. So marking, Joyce, in terms of when you made up your mind that you were going to really make a go of this as a business, what year would you say that was? What year did you, and the reason why I say that, and this is for you guys out there, entrepreneurs, because there's some of you who are stop and start, red light, green light entrepreneurs, but when you make up in your mind that you're going to go for it and you're going to continue on that timeline, that to me is your mark that, okay, I've started at this time and I'm keep on going forward. What year was that? About when was that you said, okay, I'm going to make this a legitimate business. I'm going forward. My mind is made up now that we're going to make it happen.
Well, it's 2014 when I did my first wedding here in Maryland. Actually in D.C. I did my first wedding, and I bought a lot of inventory and did that wedding. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to keep going. So I started building my inventory then, and I was doing a little business here and there with little information how to run business. Because, I was in nursing, and I was working in nursing, and at the same time trying to build my business. But it's in 2016 when it's like, you know what, it was starting to build up, and I decided that I'm just going to go into it full 100. And I opened up my open house, and I've launched my website, and since then there is no turning back.
No turning back. As the orders have been coming in, the clients calling, her being booked. I mean, and the thing about it, we talked about this off camera, you guys, but in this business, it's not seasonal. Some businesses are seasonal, but between weddings and graduations and retirements and baby showers, you can really be busy 12 months a year, right?
I can, we actually are.
Yeah, 12 months out of the year.
And as I was saying to you earlier about the weddings breakdown would give me some time to recoup, but no, and I'm getting ready now to start again head on. and I haven't gotten a good break yet.
Wow, wow. It happens that way. It happens that way. So you have to be prepared. I mean, you have stamina, energy, passion for this. This is not for everyone. Sometimes, you know, you guys, you're looking at someone and you say, oh, that would be nice. I would like to do that. And you're just having that gut reaction, or as they say, that knee-jerk reaction. But the problem with that is that you don't have the staying power, because it may not be for you. You're looking at somebody else doing what they're designed to do. But what about you? What are you designed to do? I can admire the work. If you've seen the work of Elegant Decorations and Rental, it would just blow you away because it's beautiful. But you know what? I would do it one time, and after that, I'm done. It's a lot of work, you guys. It's a lot of work, and you have to like it. When you see a lot of those beautiful bling bling designs and lamps and lighting, some of those Joyce put together herself meticulously, piece by piece, and putting some of those things together. You have to really love this business.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, this is not something for the light at heart who just want to get up and decide tomorrow I want to do something, you know. So you have to be committed. And I always tell people, perseverance is the key. Perseverance is the key. I talk to many women business owners, entrepreneurs, and you may visit their brick and mortar store, and they will tell you it took years to become profitable. You may just be walking by and looking at them and says, oh, wow, it's so nice. They're a business owner. Yeah. Yes, they call the shots. They're the shot caller. Yes, whatever money they make is theirs. But you got to look at the front end. There's a lot of investing that goes in. Yes. A lot of money pulled from your own account, sometimes from another bank account, or if you happen to have an angel investor. But a lot of money is going in on the front end, you guys. I'm talking.
When I started out with my own money. And then eventually we built it to the point where it started to support itself. So, but the money comes and then it goes right back into the business.
Yes,
and of course we pay our staff, pay them well as well. So I guess that's one of the reasons we don't get a lot of complaints, because we have staff that are reliable and we get our work done. But we invest money into the business, and it's growing it. So I would definitely advise anyone that is going into business, get registered. Stay with it. Do a lot. Get all the information that you need. Do a lot of advertising. Do social events, and don't be afraid. Just to put your business out there. Call your business by name. Let everyone know about it. So you know, it's just so interesting when I go out and I said I'm owner of Elegant Decoration and Rental, and people turn to me and say, yeah, I've heard of that company.
Wow.
It makes you feel good because you're out there. I mean, people see my truck on the road, and I would see people and they're like, oh, you were on this road yesterday. I saw your truck. And I was like, yeah, I was passing through.
And you have to do what I see some of the restaurants and big stores, they'll go strategically park their truck someplace, visible, like on their road or where there's a lot of traffic, so people can see.
A lot of people told me to do that, but the good thing is we don't really have to do it because we're always on the road.
Right.
So I was actually driving my truck, and I got a call, and the person was on the road, saw the truck, took the number off, and called me right there.
Isn't that wonderful?
And then I could actually see the person talking to me. You guys rent those chairs? Yes.
That is good. Business on the go, you guys. Business on the go. Business on the go.
One of the things, too, we didn't mention, I mean, I showed some of the things in the previous video that I own, but those are the smaller items. Of course, we don't have them on display. We have those large chairs that we have to put in storage. There are other items that glass items like the ghost table and some of the big centerpieces are glass. We can't display everything.
Exactly.
So there's just a lot of things that a lot of people couldn't see because we have to have those in storage. We have the Chivari chairs and love table, baby table. Those things are in different areas too.
So what we're saying is that there's not too many things that you can think of that's not here at Elegant Decorations and Rental, just because the inventory is so extensive. and they're just growing by leaps and bounds. The company is getting larger and larger, and I love the fact, in terms of, you mentioned the staff, even the professionalism of your staff, you know, that you have when you're doing these different jobs on site, you know, getting there and getting set up. And what would you say in terms of finding good you know, a good team, a good employees? Is that a challenge area for you at all?
I have not experienced that yet. I've had a lot of requests to call them for help, call people for help when I need help. So far, the ones that I do use, I don't have any issues with them.
Wonderful, wonderful. And the reason we bring that up, you know, sometimes finding employees or people who you want to be able to depend on, to lean on, sometimes people don't have the same work ethics. They're not as dedicated, because at the end of the day, it's your baby. It's your project. You're coddling your baby. It's yours, and your name is on the line. They're just coming in for their part. But you have to find people who have that same passion and conscientious.
And I think one of the things too is that I personally, I manage the business, but then there are times when I jump out there and I jump in my truck. I lift stuff, I do things. I think that inspired the workers that they see me doing it.
Right, you're hands-on boss.
Yes, it's not like, oh, you're just standing there, and I don't do that. I don't dictate. You know, we work together. So I think that makes a difference.
Yes,
and I treat people well too. So you know, I treat them with respect. You come in, you walk in, you don't know who's the boss.
Exactly.
You know, people would say who's in charge, and they're like, okay, and point at me, but I don't just go and stand out like I'm the boss. I make people feel welcome and just let myself be approachable.
And that's important. That's important for getting customers and for retaining customers. Your personality, good customer service, making people feel welcome and that you appreciate them because they just hired you to do a service for them. And so we have to realize that maybe they're the boss, right? That the service that we're providing, they're in charge of. So that becomes really important. I like what you shared in terms of how you relate to your staff, your team of people that you employ, and the respect for them, and how you roll up your sleeves and get involved in there, because that's important. That's important. People are watching. They're looking. It shows that you're a part of the team. You're not standing on the side with hands on hips or any of that too at the same time. Where are you going in the future with Elegant Decorations and Looking?
I just want to continue to be able to provide service for people who can afford it and for those who cannot afford it. So I find that I grow in that aspect because even I told you that somebody is waiting for a invoice from me, and this is a repeat customer. I did her daughter's wedding, and now her son is getting married, and she called me up again. She said, I need you to do my son's wedding. And it's like, you know, people come to me and they said, I would let you know. And one of the things is that I would suggest that when you come with the idea that you need to have a budget. And then I take your budget and I work with it from there. And I'll show you what is possible, what is impossible. Weddings are wedding is expensive. It's not cheap. You see beautiful things. You go to Pinterest, you see all these beautiful things, and they don't have a price tag on them. And you come and you're expecting to get it. Yes, you can get it, but it's going to cost you something. So when you give me a budget, I can say, okay, this is what your budget can do.
And that's good, because you as the customer have an opportunity to see what you're going to get for that budget. So Joyce is going to sit down with you, show you, oh, you can get this, and this service. So you have an idea, and you know going in what's affordable or what you may want at that point, swap out, mix and match, or something like that. But you're starting someplace. You're starting somewhere. And people, just to give an idea in terms of, and not necessarily that this is Elegant Decorations and Rentals budget for doing a wedding, but just to give people idea, so that when they are coming looking for a service such as yours, and this may be even some of the other services out there too as well, from what range to what range can people expect? So just in this business alone, we're not talking just specifically about yours, so people can expect from about this range to this range just being on average. We know that there's, people can work maybe something lower and people can go on the higher end.
Right.
But should they know, say, okay, coming in realistically, because people need to have realistic expectations. If it's 10,000, you need to know you need to save up a little bit. Don't come knocking on the door if you got $10 and it's $10,000. Okay, you're not ready just to as of yet. Okay.
Yeah, so you know, let's say for some weddings, depending on what you're looking for, you could start like from $2,000 and onward. Sometimes it's best to come with a reasonable budget, and what I would try to do is just give you a complete package, so that allows you to use most of what I have, as long as it's in my inventory. You can use it. But it has to be a realistic budget, because I have to pay my staff.
Of course.
The truck has to be paid for, and gas, and so if it's a realistic budget, then we can work together. So one of the things that you would walk in and hear me ask you, what is your budget?
Right.
And before we can go into anything, I want to know how much you're comfortable spending.
Exactly.
And then I can work with you from there.
Okay, that's helpful to know. Okay, so put together a budget, you guys. Put some money aside. If you're planning for a wedding, it shouldn't be that, tomorrow you're expecting and you haven't saved. So give yourself time to plan, to save, and to have a wonderful ball at whatever your event happens to be. So great.
And also, if you know you're getting married and you set a date, one of the things you can always do, and a lot of people utilize this, is like those weddings that we have coming up for this year. They were booked from last year, so they take advantage of the last year price. So now they're able, even though the price of things went up, they're able to still utilize the lower cost.
Yes, that makes sense. So don't wait until the last minute. That's with everything. You want to book a flight, you get it cheaper the earlier you book it. And the same thing for services. Go ahead, make your down payment, book in early, and sometimes too, I know in past years, I can't say when, I can't put words in Miss Joyce's mouth here, but from time to time she has specials going on, so check on the website and see what's going on. Catch her when she's out, as a matter of fact, she set up gorgeous displays around in the DMV area here, and so you may get a chance to get a quick glimpse at her work early before you even are ready for your own particular event. Why don't you share with them, Joyce, too, that contact information, your website and everything too, how they can reach you?
Again, my name is Joyce Paris. My business is Elegant Decoration and Rental. Rental is meaning that you can rent the items that you need, and you can go ahead and do it yourself. You can rent the items. You can hire us to come out and set up. You can reach me at 410-292-8800. You can go to my Facebook page, business Facebook page, Elegant Decorations and Rental. You can also find me on Instagram, or you can go to my website. It's elegantdecorationsandrental.com. Go to the contact us page and you can send us an email from there. Otherwise, you can just pick up the phone, text me at 410-292-8800. Again, my number is 410-292-8800. I'll be waiting for your call.
Great. We've had such a great time today with Joyce Paris and finding out more about her as a business owner and Elegant Decorations and Rental. You've heard the contact information there. Stay tuned. We'll be visiting with other women boss leaders, because that's who they are, and we so appreciate them and applaud them. Thank you so much for this time, Joyce. We appreciate you, and we pray all the best for you as you move forward.
Thank you. Those prayers work.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you next time, guys. Subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay. I think we went for